Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. I've got Douglas Smith, Event Director of Whiskies of the World, and as far as I'm concerned, Master Showman. Doug, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Michael. It's good to be here.
All right. Talk to me about whiskey. What is it all about, and why is it rapidly growing in popularity?
So whiskey, it's a high alcohol spirit. Why is it rapidly growing? So it's growing as you have an educated populace, people understanding what whiskey is all about. Not only is it a high alcohol content, but it's got intense flavors and subtleness to it. And as people understand how intense and broad and vast these flavors are, you get this cult following. You realize, wow, it's not just a hard spirit. It's not like the college days when you're shooting stuff for the wrong reasons. So as people discover the intense, the enormous flavors, that's why it's growing. That's why you're getting a lot more women involved with this product, because of the discoveries and because of the knowledge getting out there, because of shows like Whiskies of the World, which are introducing this to new people.
Tell us about these events you've got coming out. I know November 2nd, you've got one coming up in Atlanta. Talk to me about the goal of these events.
So the goals of this event, ultimately, it's a marketing event for the whiskey producers. They want to put their product in front of the people who are going to build this product. So our goal is to get the people there, to get the brands, to get the trade, the bartenders, liquor store buyers, the restaurant servers, to be there to discover these products. As they discover them, they become more intimate with these products, and the brand ambassadors, they find out more about these flavors. They discover how the different whiskeys, how a sherry finished whiskey differs from a bourbon matured malt. They discover the distinct flavors, and their palate, their education widens, and so their interest, their desire for the product widens. It's become successful when we get new people there who didn't realize they liked whiskey because they didn't properly know how to drink it, didn't know how to aerate it, how to open it up and really unlock those intense and intense and wide flavors. And so that's what makes it successful when people are discovering this.
Okay, I was at your event in Dallas, and what I noticed is that there is a real cross-section of demographics. There's younger people in there, and there's older people in there. And they seem to be, the people that are coming to these events, from what I saw, really are the more successful people. They're the people that can afford it, but they seem to be a very sophisticated crowd that was in there. There wasn't any riffraff going on. I was very happy when I was there, and I saw that the crowd was really my peers from what I saw. That's what really turned me on. Is that what you're seeing in who the new whiskey drinkers are?
So the whiskey, it's not a cheap product. It does take a little bit more, cash to buy it. So it's going to be people who have a little bit more expendable income, which means they've also had more time to have the finer things in life and develop their palate and develop their taste. And that's just how it goes. And so as you develop a taste, you go from white wine to red wine, and then you go further, you start realizing how wonderful whiskey is. You naturally gravitate towards people who have their goals together, have their schedules, are disciplined people.
Tell me about these master classes. I got to attend one of them, and I'd like the audience to know more about what happens there.
So the master class is basically a 45-minute guided tasting, a more intimate experience with the whiskey. When you drink whiskey on your own, you get one certain enhanced or enjoyment from it. But if somebody's taking you through the whiskey, they're telling you about what happened to it or what's behind it, the philosophy behind it. You sit there, you take more time to really get more of these flavors which are in this whiskey, and so you really get the further enjoyment of it. But the goal of the master class is also to give a wide variety of different subjects, to teach people about how much influence the wood, the barrel, has on the whiskey. The influence, maybe the environment where it's been aged or where it was made, the different ingredients that go into the whiskey, such as the yeast, the water, the grains which are being used for it. And so it's just an educational experience.
Now, we're seeing a lot more creative, innovative craft distilleries participating in the events. Are they finding an audience there through you?
Well, absolutely. So you have so the craft. These are people who just have a love for the product, for the process, and so it's going to take them a little bit more money to create a high quality product, as opposed to a bigger brand like Brown Forman, or does Old Forester or Woodford Reserve. But their heart is in it, and the people love this. They want to see this local innovation coming along, and they are the thing with the younger craft or the new craft distillers is they all have an idea, a different innovation to create a different flavor or different concept, and it all has an effect. And the people who really get into it can really appreciate and enjoy these subtle differences in the product.
Now, you also do cigars, so tell us what people can expect from your Atlanta event.
So in Atlanta, we have Honor Cigars, who, like me, is trying to create an experience, a cigar experience. And so a gentleman, Troy Lawrence, he brings in a cigar roller, a Cuban cigar roller, and rolls so people can see the process of being rolled right there. Cigars, it's not just a wrapper with tobacco in there. There's a lot of art, a lot of art that goes into wrapping a cigar, understanding the different layers and how the different layers are done so it burns even, so the flavors come out. And just like whiskey appreciation, when you know more about it, it's like, oh my God, I had no idea. And when you try the product, you taste it, it's like you're more appreciative of it, you get more from it. And so it's the same thing. They're showing the art of cigars, and then showing how this product can or how it combines with whiskey, how different whiskeys will create a different flavor, different influence, different aftertaste with the same cigar, or how different whiskeys work better with a different cigar.
Good. Who are some of the new young up-and-comers that are going to be at your event in Atlanta on November 2nd?
So we have, there's the Lazy Guy Distillery from, Lazy Guy Distillery there on the East Coast. They're a smaller house. They a craft distiller. They have a great product. I don't know why he calls himself Lazy Guy, because he's always pretty busy, but working hard for that. We'll have some Ballatin and chocolate whiskey. So why do you want a chocolate whiskey? It's well done with subtle chocolate flavors, a little bit sweeter, which might appeal to a palate. We don't like to say a female palate, but in general, there are. It's a fun whiskey, but everyone will enjoy it. It's a variety. It's something different, and it's also kind of an easier whiskey for some people who just don't understand the whiskey. We have there's a new brand, innovative woman-owned brand, J.J. Corey, an Irish, where they the Irish whiskey is typically a blend with the malt and the grain. So they've created their own Irish whiskey. They're doing a master class where they show all the components that go into it, individual components, and then how it blends together to create the final product. So blending is like being a chef. You take all your ingredients, and you can take ingredients that don't taste good on their own and make them better. You combine them together. So that's always fascinating.
Where is the event going to be held in Atlanta?
It's going to be at the Intercontinental Buckhead, a great hotel. They have a nice bourbon bar. They have a nice patio for the cigars across the way, and 10,000 square feet for a lot of whiskey.
All right, you're going to introduce us to some of these people during the event, and we'll be able to put it on the show, right?
That's correct.
Great. All right, Douglas, thanks for being a guest on the show. I know you're going to have a successful event November 2nd. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Michael. It's good to talk to you.
You too. All right, you've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.